Alright, how's it going, guys? We're back here, and we're going to work on expanding our sulfuric acid bathing vitriol setup. I've already gotten started and put down all the electrolyzers. They're already powered. Each one has their own transformer below it. And I've got the stainless steel pipe in here with the filters for hydrogen on each one. I decided to try to go with this kind of modular setup here. We're going to have to move the pipe that's running around the wall there, and we're going to have it basically go right over top of these, except for some of them we're going to have to do something a little different, like the copper one over there. It's going to put out so much, or there's so many that need to run through it that, well, we're not going to have enough room. Even if we put it up, there'd only be room for 3. So we'll have to do something with that. But I have one here for copper. I have one for magnesium, one for cobalt. That is a completely different thing. One for iron, which we need to check. I do believe the regular ilmenite ore, when we do it in the bath, we could run it through hydrochloric acid to get extra manganese chloride, but I don't really need extra manganese chloride. And if we run it through the sulfuric acid, we get extra ilmenite, which is more rutile, which is more titanium. And we get green vitriol, which is for iron. So it's going to put out the hydrogen and the green vitriol. And I do believe that is exactly the same as the pyrite. Yep, it's exactly the same. Now, there is a specific one we need to do just for, go downstairs and see if I can figure out where I put it. There is a special one for ilmenite. Well, you know what? Screw it. No reason to go looking. Those things got to move. No reason to go looking for it. We can just use this one we have here. Alright, so if we look at the bath, we're going to get this. Then we put that in the shredder. We're going to get the dust. And the dust we can run through a bath with sulfuric acid, which will also give us green vitriol, but that one is going to give us water instead of hydrogen. So we're going to have to set that one up special. We could run it straight through the burning mixer, but that gives us a different thing. It gives us a ferric chloride, which we don't really want to try to mess with over there. So we're going to run it through one of these. So, and gold we're not messing with. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do the ilmenite dust later. I am changing the output pipe from brass to black bronze. That way each one of these can output, and I may actually put in a hopper for it to output too, to give it a bit of a buffer. Because I have had this stop a few times if my shredder is running, because that shredder takes up a lot of bandwidth. And we're going to change the pipe that comes off of the shredder from black bronze to ultimate at some point when I make more ultimate. But give me just a minute. I'm going to change out some pipes, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I've got the pipes changed out that lead to the shredder, and I went ahead and made hoppers here. because there's not a whole lot that comes out of these. Now I'm going to do the initial fill of sulfuric acid into each one. So I just need to put that up there. It'll fill up. Go. And these are all closed loops, so I shouldn't need to worry about it. Even though the two loops are connected, as long as the bath is initially full, should always stay that way. And sulfuric acid should be this one, which it is. Let's get these last two done. That one. Now it should have 21. And that one. And it should now have 21. So we can get rid of that. And I'm going to have to use a thing of tape again. I should have thought about that before I did this, but you know, shit happens. We can do that one. I really don't need to worry about the element. There's only one in it. So we're probably going to do copper right here on the first one. We'll do iron here on the second one. And we're just going to do like that. And like that. I'm not putting one on this first one. Actually, hold on a minute. Let me rethink that. Because the pipe actually holds the content until it has somewhere to put it. And I guess it really doesn't matter. But if I do it like that, copper is going to have to be completely different. But if I do it like that, you know what, screw it. Let's move the iron one over to this one. Oops. Like that. And then we can put the pyrite there, and we can put the ilmenite up there. Open it like so. Then we need to get the tape off of here. And we need the, which actually I noticed this the other day. I do believe I can use wire cutters. Yeah, we'll emit, oh, that's overflow mode. Yeah, we don't want overflow mode. Never mind, I forgot about that mode. There we go. That'll put it down there. And we can put the ilmenite in there. Tell it the same thing. Alright, so both of those are set. And we have our green vitriol in there. We need to get water down here. We need to hook that pipe up. That'll let the green vitriol go down. Now we need to hook up the water pipe, which we have right here, so that's easy enough. Just got to run that down along here. Connect each one of these into the machine. And one thing I did forget to craft is the tags that go inside. So we have everything we need in there. go ahead and just throw this one in for the moment. Go. Now we'll see that that one is running. Now the problem is, why is this not coming out of here and going into there? I do have it turned the right direction. Is there something stuck in the pipe? No. Huh. Not sure why that's not coming out of there. By the way, I did do a thing with these. This one's turned this direction. That one's turned. Wait a minute. Is that the problem? That's the input. That's the output. There's your problem. Alright, so this one needs to be turned that direction. This one needs to be turned that direction. This way. And that way. Now it should work. And again, we have way too much hydrogen. And it's not burning off. I got to do something. It's burning off. It's just not burning off fast enough. So we got to do something else with the hydrogen. But there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these set up. Get the tags made. And we'll have all of our vitriols running. Be right back and I'll figure out what I'm going to do with copper. Alright, there we go. It's all set up. I decided to do the coppers back here like this. I can't really see those too well, but being able to see them is not really important. But I've got them all running. All I have to do is pop this out, pop it in there, and then that one will take off. And same thing all the way down the board. If I pop it out of this one and pop it in there, I'll just need to make 4 more of these. And this will give me a decent amount of oxygen for me to run my roaster over there. And more hydrogen than I will ever need. And I have an idea for the hydrogen. I'm not completely positive yet. I just noticed that that's coming out the wrong way. I'm guessing. No, that's right. That is the output. But why is it not getting... there's oxygen in there. Crap, I forgot about that. That is a difference in the recipes. Vitriol does not give oxygen. All of these do. So therefore, I'm going to have to change those pipes around. And I'll have to make filters for them. Basically, put a filter right here that'll let the oxygen come off. So I'm going to have to make 2 filters. Yeah, because this will run those 2, and that'll run those 2. Alright. Well, let me get that done then. We'll get this working properly, and I'll go ahead and make the tags too. Alright, so we need to get this disconnected right there. No. Right there. That way we can get what's in this pipe out, which is our oxygen, which since we're using an Invar tank, we're going to double check and make sure. Yes. Alright, so we should have nothing in there now. And that also will give us the oxygen that we're going to need to set the filter. So let's go ahead and I guess put it down here. because that's the pipe we're actually going to take out, because we're actually going to double filter this pipe to save on the nanopool pipes. We're going to put that right there. And we should have room down here, which we do. Go ahead and knock both of those out there. We're going to put one here and one there. And let's go ahead and get this cleaned out as well. Double check it, make sure, well, actually with that one we don't have to double check, because if it's not, it ain't gonna go in there. Alright, so there we go. That is now clean. Disconnect that, and we can put that in there. And then we need that one and that one. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the bottom of both of these to oxygen. And we're going to set the top of both of these to sulfuric acid. So now when we connect that and that, also our sulfuric acid should go back up in there once we get those connected, which they do. And then we can disconnect or open up this pipe and that pipe, and we can put oxygen on there. Now what we're going to do with this, so we're not running a bunch of pipes over to the tank, is I will probably change this out and put a nanopool pipe in, because we have this right here that is bringing our hydrogen in, and it is set to only let hydrogen go into that pipe. And I will probably change that over to a nanopool pipe and run the oxygen into there and run it over there, and then change that filter to a extender. But that should take care of that issue. Go, so now they can continually run until we get full on oxygen, of course. That will take care of that. So I will go ahead and get the oxygen and the hydrogen all ran out of here and sent back to their respective tanks. I have an idea for burning off the hydrogen that I'm probably going to play around with and see if it'll work. Because as of right now, we are burning hydrogen here and natural gas here. And natural gas needs to be our backup. And we have this redstone signal here that it comes in. If it can go this way, it goes that way. I'm thinking I can easily put in another one of these here, and if this one is open, this one would be closed, and then we wouldn't get a signal through here unless this was off. Or what I may do is set up another one of these to where if we're down to, say, 1, then the natural gas will kick on, but 3 will only be for this one. That's the other idea I have at the moment. So if you guys have any other ideas, let me know. But I think one of those two is what we're going to play around with next time we're here for a live stream. But other than figuring out what I'm doing with the gold and setting up the platinum group sludge stuff, which we got to make another acid for, I've got my vitriols done now. And the nice thing about the vitriols is I'm never going to need copper for a long time. I will get butt tons out from all of that azurite and malachite up there, which is going to give us right here this azurite, which at this point it is kind of useless, to be honest, because at this point we will only get let's see, we will only get 16 liters, so 1 nugget of copper out of each dust. But from running it through the bath, we got half a unit per dust, because every 3 or every 6 gives you a dust. So for every 2 of these, we get a copper dust. And then now that I have plenty of hafnium, well, not for azurite. Azurite, I really don't care. It's just going to stay in the sluice. It gives me a little bit of zircon, a little bit of hafnium, more of itself, nickelite and malachite, which I can run through that as well. Zircon being the main one that I want from it, because we will need that when we get into reactors. But the malachite, that one is the same thing. We only get like a nugget out of it, but running it through the persulfite bath down there gets us extra copper. Running it through this gets us extra copper. So it is really, really nice. And we'll have plenty of copper from running all of that. Now, we do still have tetra that we will also hook up to this. And we also have the regular copper, which I don't have here, which I will set up to come over here as well. So we'll have to make the input one longer here for both of them. And I will take care of running the tetra and stuff once we get the hydrogen taken care of, because right now it really isn't going to be able to do a whole lot. I do like the fact that the pyrite is going to give us iron now without having to do hematite, and the cobalt giving us cobalt is really nice. Although I did just notice I have to fix something with that, because this is coming in here, and we do not want this refined cobalt coming in here. We want all of this refined cobalt to go up here. So I'm going to have to connect that to that main line, or I'm going to have to put a filter in for the cobalt specifically, which isn't really hard. I can just do 2 item filters. If I do this right here, I can just do this and connect it like right there, and another one on top, and have it connect there. I'd have to put a restrictor pipe there. Or something like that. I will have to figure that out to make sure that cobalt doesn't go in there, because we want that for making cobalt 60. So we need to get that fixed at some point, and just make sure we don't run any more cobalt, which we don't have much more to run. So that won't be a problem at the moment. But that's going to be it for today. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time.